morning, everyone. Treasure Troller here from the partially mask-wearing militant state of Michigan, where we have Gretchen Whitmer as our governor and dictator for the next 4 years. A couple of things this morning. I think I can do it relatively quickly, so no need to make 2 and 3 vlogs, which is what I had intended to do. You can see, you can see there's a little bit of snow blowing right now. If you also look a little bit closer, there's absolutely no snow on the ground. We had that worst storm in the history of mankind, according to news reports, around Christmas Eve. It was bad for Christmas Eve and Christmas Day. There was snow on the ground before that, but it's like the day after Christmas, things started warming up. It's been in the 40s and the upper 30s since then, so there's absolutely no snow on the ground. And it's going to stay this, I think it's going to stay this way for another couple of weeks at least. So the first thing is, with Kevin McCarthy going 0-11, they're talking about maybe some common ground has been reached and he'll become the Speaker of the House. But they've always talked about it as this Omniparty, this Republicans and Democrats, and not putting the bills to the floor, basically just shooting them up to get voted on, and the Omniparty votes, passes the bills, the spending bills and whatnot. So to me that means that there's some sort of agreement between Democrats and Republicans when they're actually doing the dirty work of politics. So there's like 20 holdouts, you know, the radicals, the political insurrectionists that's holding everything up. And I was thinking, you know, not all Democrats are as far left as Tlaib and AOC, that there's got to be some moderates, some centralists Democrats, and why they don't, if you want to dispel the rumors of this Omniparty, or if you want to keep the Omniparty together, rather than making Kevin McCarthy bend the knee and compromise on a lot of this stuff, I don't know why some of these moderate Democrats wouldn't vote for him, and that way they can keep the Omniparty in place, and that they won't have as difficult of a time in our business as usual. So I'm thinking maybe after like 12 or 13 votes, if he's not voted in, I think why not some of the Democrats, put a little bit of pressure on, or just say we're going to vote for him and keep things status quo. I mean, if I was a Democrat and I was a moderate, I'd be thinking about that. So the next thing is, I'm going to talk about something that no one has dared say, and on YouTube, on sports TV shows, nothing. And that's the Hamlin, the defensive back for the Buffalo Bills. I keep thinking his first name is Darvin Hamlin. He was the player that sustained a heart attack on the field after tackling a Cincinnati Bengal receiver. And I'm fairly certain that they're correct in that it was the blow to the chest, or the blow to the heart. I don't think it was related to the immunity enhancement program. I think if it was, there would have been some other secondary issues. So I think he took the blow to the heart and had a heart attack, and he's been revived. And I mean, it was a very tragic event. Not trying to downplay the event or the seriousness of the injury, but all the talk up until now has been how it happened, and it was the blow to the heart. Was it the immunity enhancement program? What are some of the things that contributed to it? So now I'm just going to go ahead and tell you, I'm just going to go ahead and say something that no one is talking about, and I guess maybe I understand, but not entirely, and that is they just do not know, or they do not teach how to tackle properly anymore. You don't go titty to titty to tackle somebody. I mean, Hamlin got trucked in that collision. Hamlin was trucked. He was trucked because he tackled him high. The receiver lowered his shoulder like he's supposed to protect himself, and he hit him right in the upper body and the heart. And I'm not sure which blow exactly was the one that did it. Was that first contact, or was it when he hit the ground with all that momentum falling back on him? I'm not sure, but he tried to tackle him chest to chest, titty to titty, and throw him to the ground. He never should have done that. That's not the way you tackle. He should have lowered his shoulder, kept his head up, put the guy and put his shoulder into the guy's waist. Put it into his stomach. The angle's hard to tell as far as if he was squared up on him or not. I imagine he was, because he took the hit right square on. He didn't get low. He didn't tackle him with his shoulder into the stomach. He improperly tackled that guy, and that's really what caused this accident. But you're not hearing that anywhere, and I don't know why. There isn't a Pop Warner coach that would teach his kids to tackle titty to titty. They just wouldn't do it. It can't be done properly, and what happens is you get trucked. You'll see them all the time. These wide receivers dangle their mouthpieces from their face masks like they're fuzzy dice on a rearview mirror. They don't put them in their mouth. They're at a higher risk for concussion. They're just not disciplined in the basics of the game. They want to talk about how dangerous it is. They want to talk about how dangerous the game is, and yet they do things that increase their risk of getting hurt, injured, missing games. And then when they do get hurt, they want to blame they want to blame sportscasters for tweets on them, for making tweets about the situation, which I guess I don't want to. Maybe I'll make that a different vlog, but this one's long enough. So modern Democrats should kind of put the pressure on, say they're going to vote for McCarthy, keep the Omniparty in place, status quo. And you know, I don't know why no one is saying it, but he didn't properly tackle that guy. He did not form tackle. He did not use his shoulder, and they're just not teaching. You don't get to the professional level in football with guys that are, especially these defensive backs, aren't that big to be taking on running backs and tight ends. These are grown men that are coming at you at 4.5 speed. You don't tackle them titty to titty. You need to form tackle. You need to get low. You need to put your shoulder in their stomach. And you also need to put your damn mouthpiece in your mouth. So with that, this is Treasure Troller saying aloha and good day.